So the unofficial Hot Wheels movie series has a name. It's called Fast X. Now, are they calling it Fast X or are they calling it Fast 10? As
I
in
don't know.
X at the moment in real time.
I don't know.
Fast X, I guess is. You know what? I'm going to call it Fast Cross, just to fuck with the people that don't like me calling X's Cross. Fast Cross is the next Fast and Furious movie. So
it takes place in Wakanda.
I mean, okay, it's in production.
It's happening.
You know. I think I say this every year, or every time these movies come out. I think I'm done with these movies, and then I see it, and I'm like, all right, I have a good time. But you got to end this series, man. You really do.
I think it's ending at this. I think Fast 11 is the ending. Although I think they should have just ended at 10. But I think Fast 11 is supposedly the end of this.
Or Fast 10 Part 2 is what I hear there.
Yeah, yes. 10 yes, 10-2. Much like Final Fantasy 10-2.
Right.
It's not a good game.
Like there's only so much you can do at this point, right? Like they've gone to space, yo. Like you
should have saved that one for the last movie, I feel like.
You really should have. You really should have. This movie series should have ended at what, 7 that was Paul Walker's last movie?
I think so, yeah.
That's when that series should have ended, man. Like 8 is fine. It's not the upper echelon. It's not 5 and 6, right?
No, 5 and 6 is I think which one has the bridge with the tank? That's 6, right? That's my favorite one. Because that's the one with like the plane on the infinite runway. Like none of that shit makes sense. Like you got some pretty big deaths in that, right? Like you get you lose Gal Gadot. Like like you lose members of the team. Like it was a big deal. And to then end it on 7, that should have been.
That's perfect. That's the one where they fought like doppelgangers of themselves.
Right.
Like once you win the mirror match, like then you have your swan song with Paul Walker, man. And like it was an emotional, like it was so classy.
It shouldn't have been for this movie. I know.
It was so fitting and so classy and such a great note to end the series on.
They should have just
you should have just ended it there. And look, it's easy for me to say, right? Like these movies are still raking in $1 billion.
Yeah, it's hard to walk away from that. Like it's real.
It is, and I get it, man. But at the same time, like you really need to end this series, man. You really need to end this series.
I feel like if you were going to continue, you should have done a complete spin-off with other characters, right? Like
they tried, right? I still haven't seen that movie. I still haven't seen it.
It's not good. Hobbs and Shaw is not good. Like it's not. I wanted it to be, man. Like it felt like it should have been. That should have been a mega hit. Like it should have been easy. It should have been easy. It was not very well written. No. But like they should have had a successful spinoff. And they should have just ended that main story and then like you could even have a cameo here and there from the other characters in those movies. But it should have just kind of. I mean, like. I saw 7 in theaters. You and I both did. I was like, what is this? What is this salty discharge like from
man,
my
look,
face?
I was crying, man.
No, you couldn't help it, dude. It was a perfect emotional ending for that series. It was a perfect ending. Yeah, I kind of like in a way I wish that like Walker didn't actually die, right? And it was just like they're just ending the series because that would have been just beautifully ended. You'd be like, oh damn, okay, that it just sucks that he's actually passed away. Like that's just kind of awful. But these rest of these movies are like they're not the lowest part of the series, but like they really got to tighten up that writing, which sounds ridiculous to say out loud. But like they got to figure out a way to not like. I like 9 because I like Cena. Like I enjoyed Cena being there, but like it's not great.
I like 9, but like, I mean,
it's pretty.
This series, like, I will give this series a bunch of slack, right? Like I will give it the suspension of disbelief in this series. Like, you need to have it, right? You need to have it.
Yeah.
But 9 is really pushing it, man.
Yeah.
It really is. From casting choices to magnets, how do they work? To just physics, to just physics in general, man. Like, just flying just driving a car right off a cliff, right? And just have it tethered to a rope, and then just you playing tetherball with a car, yo.
Yeah, that doesn't
And
make any sense.
Like, I can't, yo. And this is the same series that jumped a car from one building to another building, yo.
Right.
Like,
that
only
seemed
so
more
much of this I could.
Right. That seemed more plausible in a way, like, which it's not at all. It's not how gravity works. But okay, guys.
But it was still more plausible than the opening of that first movie, yo, and of the ninth movie. So
yeah.
I don't know, man. Look, I'm talking a bunch of bullshit. Like, when Fast 10 comes out, I'm gonna see it. But at this point, I'm seeing it just to kind of finish it.
Yeah, like, you gotta, whatever is gonna happen. Like, I feel like they've been trying desperately to, like, again, this is gonna sound insane to say out loud. They're trying to keep it grounded, right? Like, in some form of reality, right? Like, that sounds silly. That sounds silly as shit.
Car to space. They took a car to space to the left.
But they are still bound by some form of, like, whatever it is, physics, like, in quotes. I feel like at a certain point, yo, you gotta just give us superheroes. Like, at a certain point, like, what are we doing? Like, why are we even worried about keeping things realistic? Like, aliens or something should pop out, like Transformers or something. Because at a certain point, like, we're just goofing around, right? Like, I guess underwater is where we're going next. That's got to be it, right?
I mean, I guess, right? Like, they were on the ice in 8, they were in space in 9.
You gotta do like a channel type of thing.
They did that in 4. They did that in Fast and Furious. There was like it wasn't a channel, but it was an underground tunnel.
No, I need it to be in water.
You need to be the actual channel.
Yeah, I need them to be driving, and then, like, the camera pans out from where they're driving, and it's under the ocean. And then it's breaking, so they have to make their way through as it's, like, crashing, and there's water. Like, it's gotta, then a shark comes out. Like, fucking why not, right? Like, it's gotta be ridiculous. Actually, bring in the shark from, what's that fucking LL Cool J? Deep Blue Sea, where it throws a gurney with a guy on it at a window. That's what I want. Because why not? At this point. Fuck it.
So, all right. Fast 10 coming out. Captain Marvel's going to be in it.
Yeah. Yo, that franchise, literally, if you just are famous and you just tweet out, I'd love to be in Fast and Furious, they just put you in it. Like, they don't give a fuck. Like,
yeah, they don't
that's
care.
all she did.
Who cares?
Yeah, she just said that shit in an interview. She was like, I love those movies. And they were like, Brie Larson has been cast in Fast and the Furious. It was like, all right, cool. They just called her. Because she got star power. Like, why not? I don't think people getting paid big money in those movies. Like, Vin Diesel maybe, and the rest of them, a bunch of just, like, nobodies. I mean, kind of really.
Well, I don't. I'm very curious how they're going to end this. I'm very curious. I heard rumors that, like, someone who was producing the movie or something like that was like, "Oh, we're gonna try. I think we might need to go back to our roots."
Knock it off. Knock it off. Nah, yo.
You can't do that now, man. Like, don't shit the bed now.
Nah,
like,
yo. Nah.
Going back to your roots. That was 8 movies ago, bro.
Yo, were you stealing DVD players? Like, nah, yo. That's not why you're here. Like, no. Knock it off. Knock it off. You
Gotta tone down the ridiculousness. That's why people love these movies, man.
Yeah, that's why we're here. Ridiculous. Oh, but what about the driving? Who cares?
Right.
Come
it's
on.
Fucking Empty Calories, the movie.
Right, exactly. Yeah. Come on.